what you're really getting under $1,000. What if I told you this speaker is rated at 675 watts, costs under $1,000, and actually has the internal design to back it up? Yeah, I know that already sounds like marketing, right? But today we're not guessing. We're not going off spec sheets. We opened it up and we're going to show you exactly what's inside. Hi, my name is Robin from Expert Island. If you like real world testing, teardown insights, and actually understanding what you're buying, you're in the right place. And today, we're diving into the Harbinger V4412 and V4415 series. All right, so before we get too excited about numbers and features, let's talk about something nobody tells you. When you're buying a powered speaker, you're usually sold three things: wattage, SPL, and a list of features. But what you're not told is what actually matters. What kind of amp is inside, how the power is delivered, and whether the thing holds together when you turn it up past background music. Because let's be honest, everything sounds good at low volume. So today, we're fixing that. All right, let's crack this thing open. First thing you notice, the entire amp section is inside a sealed aluminum chamber. And no, that's not just there to look cool. That's doing three jobs: keeping heat under control, blocking electrical noise, and protecting everything from the inside of the cabinet trying to shake itself apart, which, by the way, speakers love to do. Now, inside, we've got three main sections. At the bottom, the power supply. This is a switch mode power supply, so instead of being big and heavy like old school gear, it's efficient, lighter, and can deliver strong burst power when needed. Basically, it's doing a lot of work and without needing to hit the gym first. Above that, the amplifier section. And this is where things get interesting. You've got large copper inductors, discrete components, heat sinks along the sides. This is not a simple chip amp. This is a discrete Class D design, which translated into normal human language means better control, better low-end performance, and more usable output when you actually push the system. And then on the back panel, you've got your DSP and mixer inputs, EQ, Bluetooth, level control. So this isn't just a speaker. This is a speaker that said, you know what, I'll bring the mixer too. All right, now let's talk about the part everyone jumps to first, the numbers. Harbinger says 675 watts RMS, 450 watts to the woofer, 225 watts to the high frequency driver, and then 2,500 watts peak, which is, marketing doing its thing. Now here's how to actually understand that. In real world use, this behaves more like 300 to 400 watts of usable continuous power. And before anyone panics, that's actually a good thing, because the important part isn't the total number. It's where the power is going. And in this case, most of that power is being pushed into the woofer, which explains everything. Why the bass feels strong, why the speaker sounds bigger than it should, and why it doesn't fall apart when you turn it up. Because we've all heard speakers that technically get loud, but emotionally they just disappoint. This one doesn't do that. So what you're hearing isn't just wattage, it's design. Smart power distribution, efficient amplification, and DSP tuning working together. That's why the highs don't rip your head off, the bass doesn't disappear, and the whole system actually holds together like it was planned that way, which thankfully it was. All right, now let's put this into the real world where your money is actually going. At the entry level, you've got things like Mackie Thrash, Alto TX Series, JBL IRX. These are your budget speakers. They work, but they're not built for being pushed hard. This Harbinger sits above that, clearly. Now stepping up, this lands in the same zone as Electro Voice ELX200, JBL Eon 700, Alto TS4, Mackie Thump XT, and LD systems options like ACO or Maui G3. That's the real comparison tier. And here's where it gets interesting, because in this group, Harbinger does a few things really well. Stronger perceived bass, more built-in functionality, and a very strong value per dollar. Now, if you step above this level, you're getting into QSCK series, RCFART series, JBL PRX, Electro Voice EKX. And now you're into $1,000, $1,500 per speaker territory. And yes, those are better. Better DSP, better drivers, more headroom, but you're paying for it. Now here's the part a lot of people don't think about, and it actually explains why this speaker exists the way it does. Harbinger is tied directly to Guitar Center, which means fewer layers between manufacturing and retail, no extra middle steps, no extra markups. So more of the money goes into the product instead of the process. So this isn't about being cheap. This is about being optimized. If you can get strong performance, built-in functionality, and solid support, At a lower price point, that's not cutting corners. That's just being efficient. And honestly, this is where Harbinger has changed. A few years ago, different story, more entry level, more basic. But now, this is clearly a step up. Better design, better execution, more complete systems. Now, before we wrap up, quick transparency moment. Yes, I am an affiliate, but that's with Guitar Center, not Harbinger. Harbinger has been kind enough to provide speakers so I can tear them apart, test them, and show you what's actually going on. But at the end of the day, I'm just as happy if you buy whatever is right for you. My goal is simple, help you make the best decision possible. And if you do decide to buy, I'd appreciate you doing it through Guitar Center. The selection is there, the support is there, and it helps support what I'm building here. Now, I know a lot of you like the live shows, and we're going to keep doing those. More demos, more setups, more on-camera content. But this right here, this is where we go deeper. Because understanding what's inside something and how it actually works, that's a different level. At the end of the day, I'm here to help you make the best buying decision possible. If this helped you out, take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you know someone trying to figure out what speaker to buy, send this to them. It helps the channel grow, and it helps more people make better decisions. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.